The top 10 right-backs of all time. Although the term full-back dates from the earliest football formations, its early exponents were positioned centrally and would really be seen as centre-backs today. The true fullback was born when Herbert Chapman created the WM formation in the late 1920s by pulling back a third defender and pushing the two fullbacks out wide. It has been said that right-back is the easiest position to play in football, but that view is becoming questioned in the modern game as more is asked of the fullback, or wing-back, who now has to both defend and provide a wide attacking outlet. Great fullbacks often make good free kick and even penalty takers. Please remember to like the video and subscribe as you have not, and watch the video to the end. Your support is highly appreciated. Thank you. Here is the list of the top 10 right-backs of all time. 10. Gianluca Zambrotta, Italy. His marauding runs up the right, and occasionally left flank have thrilled Italians for a decade, and he may not be done yet. Zambrotta has played for three of the world's biggest clubs in Juventus, Barcelona, and AC Milan, so it's no surprise he has an impressive trophy haul. He has won 2 Serie A titles with Juventus, not including the 2 stripped of him following the match-fixing scandal. However, his greatest achievement has come at international level, where he helped his country to win the 2006 World Cup. He currently has 81 caps for Italy. 9. Gary Neville, England. He has been Mr. Reliable for so long and has been a key part in Manchester United's dominance for most of the past 2 decades. A one-club man, Sir Alex Ferguson has placed his trust in Neville, making him United's club captain. He has 7 Premier League titles to his name, along with 3 FA Cups, a League Cup, and a Champions League. Neville was a key part of United's unprecedented treble in 1999 and has, to date, played 565 matches for them. 8. Phil Neal, England. Phil Neal was to Liverpool what Gary Neville has been to United, just with a few more goals thrown in. During Liverpool's dominance of the 70s and 80s, Phil Neal was a vital cog in the machine. He was a part of 8 championship-winning teams, a UEFA Cup winning team, 4 League Cup winning teams and, amazingly, 4 European Cup winning teams. He could have made it a remarkable 5 European Cups but for the loss in the 1985 final, which will always be tainted by the Heysel disaster. 7. Wim Suurbier, Netherlands. It may have been Johan Cruyff who was making all the headlines, but Wim Suurbier was a vital part of Holland's total football. His great stamina and pace allowed him to charge down the right flank from the first whistle to the last for both club and country. He was a part of the great Ajax side of the 70s, helping them to 7 league titles, 4 Dutch Cups, and 3 consecutive European Cups. He was to taste heartbreak on an international level, though, as his 60 caps included losing twice in World Cup finals, in 1974 and 1978. 6. José Nasazzi, Uruguay. José Nasazzi holds a unique place in history in that he was the first captain to ever lift the World Cup, doing so with Uruguay in 1930. Even before that, Nasazzi had led his country to 2 Olympic gold medals and 3 Copa America titles throughout the 1920s. He never got a chance to defend the World Cup title with Uruguay, however, as they refused to participate in the 1934 World Cup, which was eventually won by Italy. 5. Giuseppe Bergomi, Italy. Bergomi could have made the list of top 10 centre-backs as well, a small sign of his quality and versatility. He was a mainstay in the Inter Milan and Italian defensive line for years, playing over 750 games for Inter, who were the only club he played for. He suffered from AC Milan's dominance throughout that time, however, and thus his trophy haul is not as impressive as others on this list. At club level he managed 1 Serie A title, 1 Italian Cup crown and 3 UEFA Cup titles. His crowning glory came in 1982, however, as he helped Italy to success in the World Cup, despite being just 18. He went on to win 81 caps for the Azzurri. 4. Djalma Santos, Brazil. One of the greatest defenders to have ever played for Brazil, players don't come that much more experienced than Djalma Santos. He played in 4 World Cups for Brazil, 1954, 1958, 1962, and 1966, winning the 1958 and 1962 tournaments. In teams that boasted the likes of Pelé, Garrincha, and Gerardinho, Djalma Santos was always considered one of the most important members. At the time of the 1966 tournament, he was still playing for Brazil aged 37. 3. Lilian Thuram, France. A great of the modern era, Thuram is another player who could have probably made the centre-back list as well. At club level he helped his respective clubs to a French Cup, an Italian Cup, a UEFA Cup and 2 league titles. His impressive resume continues into his international career where he remains France's most capped player with 142 appearances. In those 142 matches, Thuram only scored 2 goals, both of which came in a 2-1 win over Croatia in the 1998 World Cup semi-final. They went on to win the competition. 2 years later Thuram got his second major international trophy by winning the European Championships. He was part of the French side that finished as runners-up in the 2006 World Cup as well. 2. Carlos Alberto Torres, Brazil. Carlos Alberto will be remembered for many things, but perhaps none as much as scoring the final goal in the 1970 World Cup final, which was later voted the best goal in World Cup history. He captained that great side to success that year, and was considered every bit as important as Pelé, Gerardinho, Clodoaldo, Gerson, Rivellino, and Tostão. In 2000, he was voted the greatest right-back of the 20th century. 1. Cafu, Brazil. The third Brazilian in the top 5, not bad for a country renowned for their attacking prowess rather than their defending abilities. Even in his final season at AC Milan, aged 38, Cafu was bombing down the wing like he was 20 years previously. He has twice won the Serie A title, and has also claimed a Cup Winners' Medal and a Champions League Winners' Medal. But most of his accolades come at international level, where he is the most capped Brazilian of all time, with 143. During that time, Cafu has helped Brazil to a Confederations Cup, 2 Copa Americas and 2 World Cup successes. He was also part of the squad who came runners-up in 1998. In 1994 he was named as the South American Footballer of the Year. If you feel a great right-back has been left out, kindly comment below for part 2. Thank you.